G'day modelers, so today we're going to go through an old Roden kit. So this is the old Gotha bomber from World War One. Beautiful looking machine, this thing, it really is. It's a gorgeous looking machine. This one's in 72nd scale, so it's quite tiny. And there's a lot of rigging on this thing. It's a very, very delicate build. As much as I love this kit and I love this machine, I'm actually looking at getting some wing nuts kits, and this is probably one of the ones I'm going to get is a Gotha. So I'm looking at selling this one and going for that instead. But I'm still not 100% sure, but we'll go through this anyway, and the next week or so I'll make up my mind whether I want to get rid of it. As you can see by the box, she's a bit torn and tatty. She's been around for quite a while. Another one I got second hand off one of my mates in the club here. But love that box art, that mean looking nose on this thing, just gorgeous. Really, really love it. And they're just such a beautiful looking machine, these things. For World War One, something made out of, mainly made out of wood and cloth and, canvas and stuff. Just fantastic stuff. Beautiful. So anyway, we'll open the box up. I'll just be very delicate with this, guys, because like I say, she's got a bit of age on her. She's starting to get a bit flimsy. I will open this one up, otherwise you're not going to see anything in this review. I just want to be a bit careful so I don't wreck any of the parts in here, because like I say, I may be selling this one, so I don't want to do any damage at this stage. Empty all this out without hurting anything, hopefully. A couple of holes in the side there that they're sticking into. She's coming out. There we go. That's pretty much it, just double check the bag. Okay guys, so there it all is, and first thing we'll do, we'll have a look at our instructions here. As you can see, it's in fairly good nick because it's been wrapped up in that bag, which is one of the good things about leaving your stuff in the bags for as long as you can. Bit of information on the beast itself there on the front page, sprue call outs here on the next two pages, and then we start getting into the build. This one here starts off with a bit of interior stuff, your bombs, things like that. Machine guns, seats, glass for your fuselage on the sides of the fuselage. Now a lot of this is going to be painted timber inside. There's techniques to do that, which I will do videos on eventually, but there are some really good ones around the internet if you have a look, guys. There is ways to do that wooden panel look inside, and the techniques aren't too bad. They're fairly easy to do. You just got to take some time to do them correctly. And as you see, we've got our seats, steering going on in there, nose going over that. Then we've got the undersides going on when we put the fuselage together. And these are all very, very simple builds when you compare it to a wing nuts kit. If you see the instructions in wing nuts, they are super complex. But then again, they're a lot bigger scale too. And this being a 72nd, it's going to be a bit simpler. But so your engine going together in a couple of parts there, exhaust going on it, then the housing going around that. It's one of those things, if you want to display the engine, you're going to have to cut out panels and things like that, which can be done, and I have seen it done on this scale, but very delicate work and takes quite a bit of time. And our wings going on here. One of the things about this kit, you've got that side of the engine joins on the inside, that goes on the outside, and then you've got nothing to sort of hold it, so you've got to make sure you put it on a nice level surface to have them line up while they dry. Otherwise you're never ever going to get the braces between the wings right. So then we've got our top wing going together. It's showing your angles that you've got to get them set at. Make sure you get them right again, guys, because as I say, if you don't, you'll never ever get this spacing done between them correctly. It'll just be a nightmare for you. All our bombs underneath, our landing gear. I probably would recommend leaving that stuff off until after you've done rigging, because rigging is when you're handling the thing quite a bit and you're going to knock stuff off if you're not careful. Last bit there, machine gun going on. It's got the rigging diagrams here, and as you see, there's quite a bit of rigging going on, guys. So that's the part that'll take probably the longest doing the rigging, and it'll also drive you insane if you haven't done rigging before. It is quite a complex task. And here's two markings, is there? One, two, yeah, two different versions of the beast. Both are just beautiful. I mean, anything you do this thing is going to be nice anyway, guys. And here's a number 3 on the back. So you go, you've got 3 different marking choices for it. Obviously this one here with that beautiful skull on the nose is something that most people are going to want to do to show that off. But yep. Okay, we'll go on to our first set of sprues here. Now you can see an older kit, see little bits of spiky flashing going on. The moulding is very rough. You can see there's bits of raised pieces here and everything like that. So there's going to be a bit of sanding, cleaning up involved. Although some of the pieces aren't too bad, but some are just terrible. This one here, I can see a couple of notches in there that'll have to come out. The panel lines are not, they're not awful, but they're not great either, guys. So that's something, you know, and I can see the surface on that's a bit iffy, so I'll be cleaning those up as well. But all the little fine pieces in here are very fine, and they're hung onto the sprue on fairly big tabs, so you're going to have to be careful cleaning those up, guys. Just take your time, snip it away from the part, and then sand them back to clean them up. You don't want to be destroying those little fine parts. The machine guns are attached right out here on the tips of the barrels, which is going to be fairly painful to do without hurting the barrels on the gun and bending them and that. Take your time, guys, and get it right. But as I say, little bits of spiky flash. I can't see any great big hunks of flash, but there's little spiky areas you have to keep your eye out for to get rid of when you do the build. Clear parts here. Yeah, again, they're not, I've definitely seen much better, but for where they're going, they'll be fine. I'll give them a bit of a polish, and they'll be fine. They're only a couple of little windows, so they'll be okay for where they're going to go. I'll put those in a plastic bag later to protect them, and here we go again. This is very similar to that last one we've done, because with our engines again. So it's pretty much exactly the same mouldings, guys. Yeah, again, all that spiky flash going on, some of that fine detail you're going to have to clean up. You just got to be very careful with, keep an eye out for it for where it is, because if you don't get it, and when you go to paint it, those bits will stick out like little feathers hanging off the ends of things. But it's very, very similar to the other one. Looks like it's exact replica almost. Okay, on here we have our wings. Now these are all done. I'm just looking at. Oh no, it's not. It's got the cloth ingrained into the plastic, so you do have that look. But you can see where this is attached to the sprues here. It goes quite a way into the wing where it's attached, so you're going to lose that cloth effect there. You can fix that, do a couple of little scalpel marks running backwards and forwards, and no one will really pick that up. There's other tricks too, like actually getting a bit of cloth, putting a bit of glue on there and then pushing it in, you'll get a bit of a cloth pattern. There's different little things I've seen people do, but it's not too bad. You can see flashing if you see off the back of here, that flashing running along there. You have to clean that off again on this one here. It's pretty bad on that one. But yeah, keep your eye out for that stuff, and when you clean it up, because this is a pattern in here, it's got those little indentations, and then it stops at this point. So get them right, guys, otherwise, yeah, you can make a bit of a mess of things like that. But it's not too bad. And looking at where all their rigging goes, they've got like they're pressed outwards, so that'll all look right where it's all joined up and all that sort of thing. There's guides to go where your braces go, so everything shouldn't be too complex. But again, if you haven't done rigging on one of these things, this is probably not the best place in the world to start, because this would be fairly complex. Now this is what I was saying about flashing on some of these old kits. It can get very nasty. There's a really nasty bit of flash all the way around that. That's just terrible, and it goes, yeah, pretty much all the way around it. Okay, so that will have to be trimmed back, sanded and cleaned up. Very, very nasty indeed. And here we have, you can see those circles there, another one there. They're big injector marks on the inside. Look at that, just awful, really, really awful. And they're big and they're thick. They're not hollow, they're solid chunks. They will have to be cleaned out of there. But you've got your framework in there. It's got bits of feathery flashing too, which have to be cleaned up. Otherwise it's just not going to look like timber braces at all in there. Yeah, so again, a bit of clean-up work. And something in this tiny, it'll take a little bit of work, a little bit of fiddly work to do. But as you see, for such a large aircraft, that's it. That's the length of it in 72nd scale. Not very big at all. But you know, the wing nuts one in 32nd scale, they're very, very big. They were a very big aircraft for their day. Just it just amazes me that these things actually got off the ground and flew, and the brave men that got in these things and flew them around, dropped bombs and shot at each other. Just incredible stuff. Okay, we've got one more sprue here, guys. This has got lots of fine little stuff. We've got our steering wheel, we got hatch covers, we got all sorts of things on there. And again, I can see bits of flashes, backs of seats and stuff there by the look of it. Or maybe, no, they're radiator grills, sorry. But little bits of flash, but it's not too bad on that sprue. It's fairly fairly neat. But again, some fine parts are attached in really awkward places. You see that little triangle piece in there? How it's attached in two spaces on the inside. That's it's going to be fun to get that out of there without damaging anything. But they're things you've got to look at, take your time, think about it, how you're going to do it without damaging it, guys, because once they're damaged, you are never ever going to get them right again. And I just realised there is actually, it says part 20 there, and I was a bit concerned I was missing a part, that I'd dropped the part somewhere, but as you can actually see there blank, nothing is actually being joined to that. You can see a tab there, but that's just a bit of flash. Nothing is actually being joined to that, so that's a bit strange. But anyway, there's our instrument panel there, all your dials are there. Yeah, definitely nowhere near as many dials as the old B72s and stuff like that now, but that sufficed for what they had to do back then. But yeah, that's not too bad. That's sprue. We'll have a look at our decals. Because these have been protected in a bag, they're fine. They're quite nice, and there's that beautiful skull on there. Very, very nice. Once that's on there, that'll look really, really mean, that guy. The big German markings are really nice. They're very, very fine. I have done some of these old Roden kits before, and they are quite nice, most of the decals, but you've got to take care of them. They're very, very fine. The cockroaches and stuff will eat them overnight. So keep them protected in bags and stuff, guys. So as soon as I finish this video, this is going straight back in a bag to keep it protected. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I can tell you about this model. Like always, check all my links down below. Got everything down there for Facebook, Patreon. I'll try and find some of these on eBay and Amazon. I don't know how I'll go finding them. I think they're getting pretty rare now. But if there is links down there, I'll put them down there for you as well. So check all my links. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, guys. And leave comments down there. I'd love to hear from you guys about this kit if you've ever built it. And also hit the sub button. If you're not subbed to my channel, make sure you hit that sub button down there, guys, because I've got a lot of stuff always coming out. So anyway, like always, thank you very much for watching, modelers, and I'll see you in the next video.